The following is a production of the Pulse Podcast Network.
In this edition of the Playback, it's Game 6 of the 1981 NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics face the Houston Rockets on May 14th, 1981 from the Summit in Houston, Texas.
Special thanks to Retro Junk, and that it says in parentheses, including Classic NBA, for this 1981 NBA Finals game. On the Playback, I am Jay Dawg, and it was Gary Bender calling the action for CBS Sports alongside the late, great Bill Russell and Rick Barry. So you've got two Hall of Famers. You've got Bill Fitch as the coach for the Celtics. And you've got Maxwell, Bird, Parrish, Archibald, Ford. And you've got Reed, Pulse, Malone, Dunleavy, and Henderson for Del Harris and his Houston Rockets, who a lot of the naysayers and the prognosticators thought would be the Lakers because, well, the Lakers were the NBA champions going into the 80-81 season. And we thought we would see Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. We didn't. Not for a little while. Not for a little bit. And again, this game, most of the NBA Finals, was on tape delay. The NBA has grown in the years since, 45 years. Now they've got billion-dollar streaming deals, along with cable and network television like NBC. So 45 years ago, this game was on tape delay. And Chris Ford, I believe, shot the first three-pointer in Celtics history when they had the three-point line introduced into the NBA. And the Rockets taking a 2-0 lead. CBS hasn't had the NBA since game 6 of the 1990 NBA Finals, I believe. And then NBC got it. And Moses Malone right there, the late, great Moses Malone, the Hall of Famer. We got some Hall of Famers here on the Playback. We rarely do basketball, but when we do basketball, we do it well. We haven't done a lot of basketball. You know, the Rockets, already have a 4-0 lead already. It's the first period, not first quarter, first period. Larry Bird and company. Mike Dunleavy, watching him as a player, he's for the Rockets. I've just seen him in so many three-piece suits as a head coach. I don't like saying head coach for basketball. As a coach in the NBA, it's weird seeing him as a player. Larry Bird, of course, coached in the NBA as well for his home state Indiana Pacers, the Hick from French Lick. The Summit in Houston, Texas is a church now, by the way.
Now look at this. The two games that the Celtics have lost this year, they had 22 turnovers. That would be some trend to watch, Bill Russell, in this game.
Because the team that has had the most turnovers is the team that is...
Robert Reed, able to save. It had been touched by the Boston Celtics. No backcourt. Dunleavy, this crowd is really alive right now. Moses Malone brings it down.
Moses Malone.
Despite a partial block by Robert Parrish. And the Rockets now with a 6-0 lead.
6-0 Rockets lead. Game 6, 1981 NBA Finals, when yours truly was not in existence yet. Parents met in 81, by the way. Actually, they met in 80. Fell in love in 81. Dated in 81. Married in 82. Had me in 83. My brother in 84. My other brother in 85. So. Busy mid-80s for my folks.
I didn't see very much contact in that play, Bill. Well, because Chris Ford was giving ground is why he called that.
Out it comes to Tiny Archibald.
Nate Tiny Archibald, another Hall of Famer.
First period, still the Celtics haven't scored. Now they have, as Robert Parrish has scored 18 points in the last.
Parrish with the 2 points there. It's now Rockets 6, Celtics 2. Early in the first.
They came out here really hyped up to play. Now, when the game settles down, will they be able to continue with that much enthusiasm?
Parrish with the rebound. Now Larry Bird.
Dunleavy has missed two shots from almost the identical area. Out to Robert Parrish. Parrish, who was in foul difficulty in two of these games, but he settled down to play well the last two times out. Ford from outside. Parrish with another rebound. And Parrish has scored all 4 points for
6-4 now. Rockets lead the Celtics in the first. 1981 NBA Finals at the Summit in Houston, Texas. Houston Rockets, who were originally the San Diego Rockets, by the way. San Diego in the NBA just hasn't worked out. From the Clippers to the Rockets, it just hasn't worked out. Maybe they will someday, but not anytime soon. Archibald ties the game up with 2 points. Celtics 6, Rockets 6.
This has been indicative of the series, but the Rockets seem to work so hard for their points, and then quickly the Boston Celtics explode at the other end of the floor. Billy Potts using that glass effectively, and the Rockets lead by 2.
Rockets now lead 8-6.
Malone with 4 points. Cedric Maxwell out to Robert Parrish. Parrish against Billy Potts. Look at the pushing and shoving in there, and it's going to be on Moses Malone this time.
No, I think it's on Mike Dunleavy.
Moses Malone draws the foul.
Went straight up in the air that time. They called a foul on him, so they can't say that he hasn't picked up a loose ball foul anymore in this series.
8-6 Rockets leading the Celtics as NBA World Championship. Doesn't say NBA Finals.
World Championship titles. And here is Mike Newland, the New Jersey Nets guard who used to play here for the Houston Rockets.
Red Auerbach there
Well, you get an idea that
in the crowd.
a little sharper, a little more edge in the early going as opposed to Tuesday night.
Well,
Chris Ford calling for the offensive foul, running into Mike Dunleavy and knocking him out of the way.
And Chris Ford was a coach too, I believe. So
Watch coming from the right part of your screen. You'll see Dunleavy backing in, and there's Chris Ford running into him, and the foul called by Jake O'Donnell.
Well, Ford committing the foul. Dunleavy playing.
Bill Fitch, I believe, was the first coach in Cleveland Cavaliers history, if I'm not mistaken. The 1970-71 season.
Keep him out 8, 10, 12 feet from the basket.
This was recorded earlier. Yeah, tape delay NBA. Not today's NBA. Ain't happening. Live.
Houston doing a better job on the boards.
Excuse me, Bill. The right
anytime you see
Remember, the Rockets had a losing record going into these playoffs. So the fact that they were able to get to the NBA Finals against a much better Celtics team and compete with them
Moses Malone with 6 points. 10
is a marvel, I think, within itself.
I was going to say Ford did the right thing, though. He had to take it in closer for the shot or take the three-pointer. Don't just stand there in no man's land.
Cedric Maxwell, beautiful play on his part.
Cedric Maxwell getting involved in the party. It's now Rockets 10, Celtics 8 in the first quarter.
Most valuable player in the series. 10-8, Houston by 2. Less than 7 minutes to go in this first period. Bird and Fultz collided outside. Here's Dunleavy. Dunleavy trying again. He's missed 3 of them from there, but Fultz with the rebound. Back to Mike again.
Yeah, Dunleavy's just shooting the ball and not getting it done.
Points in that win Sunday, not hitting from outside. Maxwell off to Robert Parrish.
Parrish gets another 2 points.
From outside. Gavin Maloof, the young president and owner of the Houston Rockets.
And again, Bill, they
10-10 Rockets Celtics first quarter.
They're able to get the ball out, and they got a good opportunity shot by Parrish that time.
Bird nearly steals the ball.
10. Reed with Maxwell on in. Robert Reed uses the screen by Paulson Mitchell. Robert Reed, who's been struggling.
Rob Reed makes the Rockets go up by 2 now, 12-10.
struggling with their shooting.
Well, the Rockets in 3 games have been in the 30 percentile. Reed with his first 2 points of the night. Robert Parrish again, and Parrish has the rebound by Bird, and we're going to have a foul on Robert Reed.
There you see Robert Parrish with the jump shot. Just a little bit short, hits the rim, comes out, long rebound to Bird, and Robert Reed picks up the foul.
Rob Reed with the foul on
First period, the Rockets
Larry
are
Bird.
by 2.
12-10.
Here's Calvin Murphy. You know he'd like to be in uniform.
Calvin Murphy injured in this game, by the
Like to be
way.
in uniform, that showed it.
Foul inside. The Celtics earlier today were really not sure as Reed commits his
I think the Rockets would have won a lot more games, maybe more in the NBA playoffs. Well, certainly not have a losing record if Calvin Murphy isn't injured for a portion of it. He really was a spectacular player.
Team foul against the Houston Rockets.
Larry Bird at the free throw line.
He's hit 8 points, 8 points and 12 points. The last 3. But what a job he has done as far as rebounding is concerned, as he has averaged
12-12 now. He got both of his free throws in to make it even at 12. Late first of the 1981 NBA Finals, Game 6. The Boston Celtics at the Houston Rockets at the Summit, Houston, Texas.
12-12 our score. Dunleavy thus far for 4 from the field. Larry Bird. Bird comes up with yet another rebound. To Maxwell. There's the Celtic fast break. And a loose ball foul will go on Larry Bird.
Loose ball foul. Had that gone in, that would have been sweet, because the way that Larry Bird passed it to Cornbread, Cedric Maxwell, was sweet. Would have been sweeter, though, if he had gotten the 2 points.
12 our score. 5:15 first period. Dunleavy off to Billy Fultz, and Jack Madden has spotted something on the baseline.
Robert Parrish picks up the foul, trying to impede Moses Malone's progress to the basket. There you see Robert at the top of your screen in the middle. Now there goes Moses trying to go right there with the left arm, grabbed onto him and held.
Boy, Bill, they're calling him pretty close, aren't they?
Well, I think they might have heard about this. We criticized him for not calling close enough.
Billy Fultz missing. Bird with a rebound. 5 minutes to go, first period. Bird already with 4 in this game. Here is Parrish.
Parrish gets 2 more points in the paint, by the way. Celtics 14, Rockets 12, late first.
And he made a heck of a move to recover it, keep his composure, and lay it in.
Robert Parrish, who struggled a little bit in that Philadelphia series. Struggled early in this one, but now really coming on for this Boston Celtics team. Maxwell going for the steal. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Reed. There's Parrish bringing it down. Up it comes to Chris Ford. Ford to Maxwell. Out it comes to Ford. Good ball movement. Larry Bird. And Maxwell with a beautiful follow tip.
Tips it in. Cedric Maxwell tips it in for Larry Bird. 16-12, Celtics leading the Rockets.
Houston led by as many as 6, and we have a technical foul on Del Harris.
Del Harris with a technical. Oh, boy. Already losing their cool.
Pauls was off the Bird for the rebound. Tiny off on the break. Gets a little pressure from Henderson. No foul. Now he throws it behind. There's Parrish just to reach back for it. The pass was to him. Lays it in the basket. And Harris came way out on the court to complain about that last play when Maxwell tapped it in and got the technical.
Archibald with a
So now Nate Tiny Archibald goes to the line.
Tiny with 3 points.
I think it's a 3-point play.
The biggest
No.
lead of the game for the
1,
Boston
okay.
Celtics. Mike Dunleavy still looking to get on the scoring column. Ford with the steal. Up to Larry Bird. Here comes Boston on the move. Robert Parrish, remember, he's over 7 foot making that kind of a move. Moses Malone rips it down. Boston has had the break, Bill, but they're not really utilizing it when they get down there under the basket. 11-2. Boston has outscored Houston on this last run to take this.
That's a foul.
12 lead and a foul on the baseline.
Robert Parrish again.
That's his second.
There you see the Celtics do a good job of trapping Malone inside on the baseline. There's Parrish, a good position. Bird, he stands there. Now he moves. And Malone did the thing that a lot of smart players do in that situation. You kind of jump into the defensive man. A lot of times you get away with
Moses Malone goes to the free throw line.
Now look at this. Moses Malone.
So they faced L.A., San Antonio, and Kansas City back when it was the Kansas City Kings, not the Sacramento Kings. That's right, folks. Kansas City had basketball, NBA basketball at one time. Celtics 17, Rockets 14, late first. 1981 NBA Finals, Game 6.
Like with the LA when Kareem went out, or Kansas City when Sam Lacy went out, they didn't have anyone to guard him. In this case, they have to.
2 points for Parrish. 19-14, Celtics lead the Rockets.
Saw that shot by Robert Parrish. He has 10 points. You know, an interesting thing also, coming into tonight's game, those opposing centers had committed 50 fouls in the series. Moses Malone only 9, so he's really made them go to the bench. And they are calling a lot of fouls in the early going of this game. That one is going to go against Archibald, his first. That's the fourth.
Foul on Nate Tiny Archibald.
Robert Parrish with his third, and that's the foul difficulty.
No, Parrish, okay.
In this series, Rick Roby will come in to replace him.
Now what happened on that play is Tiny Archibald didn't know where the ball was when it was knocked loose, and as a result of it, the Rockets got it back and Parrish picked up the foul. If he had known where the ball was, he could have had a loose ball. Henderson with the good penetration.
Tom Henderson with his first 2
1916, Celtics leading the Rockets.
Up to Tiny. Tiny will try one. Archibald, who is slow.
Nate Tiny Archibald with 2, make it 21-16.
Now, what this point of the game, the Rockets have
Parrish takes a seat.
they got to come down and get a good shot.
Cup of
inside,
water.
good shot.
No Gatorade back then on the benches. Not yet.
Offensive rebound because they can't let the Celtics get away now because it's one of those games where they can't break away.
Moses. Roby brings it down. Rick Roby, the last game, had an excellent game with 14 points.
Rick Roby comes in for Parrish. Nice rebound off of Moses Malone.
The Celtics the last time on the fast break scored 33 points in that 29-point win in the Boston Garden. Archibald looking like he wants to shoot the ball. He has been shooting all that much. Bird is there.
Larry Bird with the rebound and the 2 points. 23-16 Celtics leading the Rockets.
In a fashion that's not good.
No score bugs, so they have to keep popping the scoreboard up, and they recorded earlier on the tape.
On Tuesday night.
Roll the tape.
Lead of 14-13, and then the Celtics ran on 19-1 to take a 34-19 first quarter lead. Now they're making a move again here. 23-16, less than 2 minutes in this first period. Larry Bird. Roby just forces it. Billy Paultz brings it down. Moses Malone bumped out of there by Rick Roby.
And all of a sudden things have changed, Bill. Instead of the one shot, the Celtics are starting to get that second
Use the
third
board when you get it.
opportunity.
You heard Bill Fitch. Fitch.
Although Bill Fitch is like leaning against a Gatorade cooler, so maybe there was Gatorade at that time. Celtics 23, Rockets 18. Now, I know that Gatorade was invented in the 60s, but I just mean being used by the NBA and other sports in the early 80s. I wasn't sure.
All of a sudden, it's a three-point game. 23-20.
23-20 now.
Needed that.
A little spurt by the Rockets, and Bill Fitch does not like it. Bobby Joe Reed with 4 points. Larry Bird, who wants to get a little more involved in the offense. Broken up. Maxwell. And Cedric, a little nest area of his. Right
25-20. Celtics lead the Rockets as Cedric Cornbread Maxwell gets 2 points in the paint.
Shoots outside the red zone there. Always in the 3-second lane is that area.
That's the reason Billy was third in the NBA with a 59 percentile. Loose ball foul.
To a loose ball foul, Larry Bird had the ball.
There you see Bird trying to go position, runs into Paulson, knocks him out of the way as he went after the basketball.
The penalty now in as Bird has committed his second personal foul.
Second personal foul for Larry Bird.
3 seconds to go in the first period.
25-20 Celtics leading the Rockets.
Game on the road.
33 seconds to go in the first. 1981 NBA Finals.
There, the Boston Garden, the Rockets against the Celtics. You know, we mentioned the fact that the 2 games that Boston lost, they had 22 turnovers in each of those games. But there's an interesting parallel in the foul difficulty of Robert Parrish.
Well, when Robert Parrish isn't in the game, the Celtics are not quite as effective. Sometimes they can be. Bill Roby will do a good job, or McHale, but Parrish gives them a little something extra, that good shooting touch outside, and also the intimidation defensively.
But the fact is, when he's been in foul trouble, they've won those games. 25-20 with 33 seconds to go in the first period. Paultz cuts it to 4. Billy Paultz, who had 10 points. the
Billy
last
Paultz
time out.
at the line. He got the first one for the Rockets. Got the second one. 25-22 is a 3-point game now. Celtics leading the Rockets with 28 seconds to go in the first now. Again, the clock slowly, the shot clock back in those days didn't happen. So, shot clock era. So it goes 17, 16. It's not like ticker tape where it's going fast. It's not that. 25-24, Celtics lead the Rockets after one.
And the Houston Rockets are very much in the thick of things right now. After 12 minutes.
Fast quarter.
Point game, the CBS Sports Special will continue after this word from your local station. Lawrence O'Brien.
Larry O'Brien, the NBA commissioner at the time in 1981 there.
Trophy. If not, it'll be game 7 in the Boston Garden.
They talk about that inside game so much in establishing inside.
So they both sunk in their free throws. The field goals, Celtics at 40%, Rockets at 45%.
15. The Rockets outside shooting outside that 12 area 2 for 12. Boston was 5 for 12.
You can see the shooting percentage is pretty good after the first.
Again, this is the infancy of the glory years of the NBA in the 80s.
Tough time shooting well.
Bird magic. Hadn't quite happened yet. Happened in college with Michigan State versus Indiana State.
Rockets, you see Gavin Maloof and his team with a chance to take the lead. Gavin in that game Tuesday night, he was so upset he had to leave in the first half. Here is Mike Dunleavy. Dunleavy backing out.
Mike Dunleavy's got to get a shot in. He's got to. Rick Roby gets the rebound off Moses Malone.
25-24. Just underway in the second quarter at halftime. We'll take a look as Rick Barry will analyze the first few games of this series as Larry Bird now has 6 points. Also at halftime we have a feature.
Larry Bird with a two-pointer there. 27.
Bill Willoughby now has checked in for the Houston Rockets as we start the second period. 1 minute gone by in it. Here is Willoughby. Willoughby had a high of 14 points earlier in this series. Look at Reed. Reed skies up very high and the
Rebound, Larry Bird.
Boy, Reed has really been impressive in his jumping ability in this series. Here's Maxwell. Ford. He set up at the three-point area and now takes it inside.
Chris Ford.
Chris Ford.
2 points there. 29-24, Celtics lead the Rockets in the second. Game 6, 1981 NBA Finals. The Celtics and the Rockets in Houston. I'm Jay Dawg. This is the Playback, the Pulse Podcast Network.
You can hear Dale Harris yelling red. That meant 10 seconds on the shot.
45 years ago. And they did have a shot clock. You just don't see it on the screen.
And he walked to the ball.
That traveling.
And so Boston will have it with a 10:09 to go in the second period. Turnovers are now equal. Both teams with 3.
So back in these days, there was no NBA
Calls. A lot of that, Bill, is how aggressive it
patch.
is.
Well, there was. I mean, in 81 season, it was at the bottom of their shorts because
You get a little nervous playing this game.
1946 is when the NBA came out. So
Again, give credit to Reed. He was playing the tough defense.
this is like 35 years, right, of the NBA.
Reed has really been a remarkable story with his defensive play.
But like the logo, the NBA, the Jerry West logo wasn't on their jerseys or anything like that. No patches with the NBA Finals, anything like that. Nothing like that.
You're gonna work the ball
Certainly no Nike uniforms with advertisements on
40
them.
seconds. You want to get a better shot than that. You don't want to shoot from that far.
29-24.
You can see why they haven't picked up any ground. Look at that. 0 for 6. They haven't scored yet in this period. On the other hand, the Celtics now with a 29-24 lead.
Second,
With Robert Parrish out there,
and Celtics lead by 5.
when he's in the game, he is their primary shooter.
Bill Fitch no longer with us, of course. He passed away recently, within the last couple of years, I believe.
You got Rick Roby, who probably does less shooting than anyone out there. So you have an almost complete opposite in your center situation on the offense.
Larry Bird is not shooting very well. You would figure he would be that primary shooter. Chris Ford, good defensive play off to Tiny Archibald. As we mentioned, Houston 0 for 6. They're only shooting 37% for the entire series.
There's a turnover. Rockets have the ball now. They need that.
In a championship series.
They had Roby wide open that time, and Ford saw him a little bit late. Ball was intercepted by the Rockets.
Here's Tom Henderson against Archibald. Both of them from DeWitt Clinton High School in the New York area, who's produced some outstanding high school players. Robert Reed, quick move. Reed powering inside. And
29-26, Celtics lead the Rockets in the second period. 4 turnovers each by the Celtics and the Rockets.
There's the turnovers. Watch those closely because if Boston turns them over too much, they've been in trouble.
First, Nate Tiny Archibald is still with us.
Just doing some hard-nosed work inside. He has 8 points.
Well, he did what Moses
31-26, Celtics lead the Rockets.
didn't get called for anything, no foul called at all, and he laid
Cincinnati Royals, Kansas City Omaha Kings, Kansas City Kings, New York Nets.
Reed at the 8:30 out to Dunleavy.
That must have been the ABA. Then the Boston Celtics, 78-83. Then the Milwaukee Bucks, 83-84.
Roby committing his first personal foul.
So Tiny Archibald did not play for Cleveland. I'm thinking of Nate Thurmond.
Back into the Houston lineup.
Well, I know Bill Fitch coached Cleveland.
Out
So.
is going to be Dunleavy. That means that Reed now will move out to a guard spot.
Rockets were 40-42 going into the playoffs.
Tom Henderson for Del Harris's team, the Cinderella team this year of the NBA. They want this season to continue to Sunday. Henderson. Willoughby tries to follow. Roby brings it down. That's the kind of work Roby's been doing. Hard-nosed work. Up to Cedric Maxwell.
Henderson got away with it that time. He pushed off on that play.
Maxwell pushing off, elbowing, committing a foul. That's his second personal.
Oh, got his left arm and see if he does indeed.
Cedric Maxwell, of course, the radio analyst for the Boston Celtics, alongside Sean Grandy, of course.
See if we can see a push off on that left arm. If you just get it out there.
They do a great job.
Well, he put it out there to keep the man away. Had no effect on the play. I thought he made a nice play on it.
No basket. It's 31-26. Maxwell with 2 fouls. Inside 8 minutes remaining until halftime. Henderson off to Reed. Reed against Ford now. Ford 3 inches shorter.
Good interception.
Look at Malone.
Moses Malone, he just refuses to not give up on that basketball.
Intercepted that.
Malone now in double
31-28, Celtics leading the Rockets in the second.
this Boston team. Tiny Archibald. Henderson jumping out on him. Tiny. Beautiful pass to Roby.
Excellent penetration.
33-28, Celtics lead the Rockets in the second.
Ready for the pass.
That's what Archibald does so well is penetrate. As you look at Rudy Tomjanovich and Calvin Murphy. Archibald has been shut down. He had 3 assists in the last game, which was a low for the series. Bill Willoughby. Willoughby getting some confidence back after struggling in the last game. He has 2 points.
33-30.
Tough shots Tuesday that really took his confidence away. Larry Bird.
One of the few times Larry's been left wide.
Larry Bird with 2 right there, 35-30.
Bird came as the trailer and just floated into the open.
See, Willoughby hasn't concentrated as much on Bird as Reed. See, Reed is a much more disciplined player.
And of course, that change coming when Reed moved out to the guard spot. Moses Malone, and now it's
35-32.
with 12 points.
Houston's making it interesting.
Archibald is fouled by Willoughby.
Play on the part of Willoughby. Tiny Archibald is so good with the ball and so quick. You can see right there he committed himself way before. No chance of getting that ball. Commits the foul.
ML Carr now will
ML Carr, who coached the Celtics in the mid-90s, and
have asked for a timeout.
Kevin McHale looks like he's going to be coming in, and, well, he's going to come out. He'll come back in.
For the
35-32, Celtics lead the Rockets.
Knockouts. Look at this, the rebound situation. ML Carr, who just checked in before they called.
Yeah, the ML Carr days of the Celtics were not good ones in the 90s. I think they might have made the playoffs once, and then the 90s were not kind to the Celtics either. So they could not acclimate to the Jordan era.
4 of 8. Nice pass intended for Reed, but Bird was there. He anticipated. Archibald, Rick Roby.
Rick Roby scores 2.
As he does his natural right hand.
He would prefer to shoot with his left hand around the basket.
Why is that?
37-32, Celtics lead the Rockets.
37-32. Kevin McHale is checked in, playing tough on Willoughby. Here's Robert Reed. There's McHale.
Kevin McHale,
Game has been a double figures.
he gets the rebound. ML Carr,
Celtic fast break.
they go fast break there, 39-32, Celtics lead the Rockets.
Got to get it back into their tempo. They need a good play here.
See, what they have to do is they can't get.
Who's calling a timeout? I think the Rockets are calling a timeout, yeah.
They have to start playing the Celtic game to catch up. That was a good defensive play by Bird there. He anticipated it. He saw the play coming up.
And you see, good move by Roby. Kept his composure, and the defensive man Willoughby came by, and he was able to hold on to it. There you see another angle on it. Bird anticipating the pass beautifully from the defense on the.
So Hall of Famers,
Gets it off to Tiny.
Nate Tiny Archibald, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Bob Parrish, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, Rudy Tomjanovich, Bill Fitch, and Del Harris, as well as the coaches, Darryl Garrettson and Earl Strong.
First few dribbles, then give it up and fill in the lane.
The Rockets defeated the Kings in 5 games to get to this point at the NBA Finals. The Celtics defeated the Sixers, arguably their most hated rival, not the Lakers, to get to the NBA Finals.
It's tough for a team to stop your fast break.
Bill Willoughby will inbounds the ball. 5:28 to go in the first half. Henderson off to Willoughby. Reed, Carr reaching in, but Robert Reed continues on his way.
Rob Reed makes it, gets two there. 39-34, Celtics lead the Rockets. Second quarter starting to wind down a little bit. The Rockets can't handle the fast break. ML Carr gets the rebound and scores two in the paint. And that's been another problem, too. 41-34, Celtics lead the Rockets. Is that the Celtics look unstoppable inside the paint. They may be getting out-rebounded by Houston, but it's all about points, is it not? Moses Malone, 41-36. Celtics lead. Rebounding is just an art form here in this game.
Better than 16,000. The ninth straight sellout here in the playoffs. A record attendance this year for the Rockets in the Summit. They're excited. 4 minutes left in the second period. Billy Fultz with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Reed, 3, 2. Reed, it will count, and a foul underneath the basket. He is pointing to Kevin McHale. Jack Patton indicating a basket will count, and now indicating the loose ball foul. It is McHale.
Kevin McHale gets the foul. Yep. They call him the torture chamber, by the way.
Now there you see Willoughby fighting, and look at McHale. He grabbed him with the arm, and that's what the foul was called on. Who it was called on?
Just a little on McHale. Just a little, Bill. Where did you get your first hint?
Well, I saw those guys laying around out there. I wonder what's the excuse for that.
It's now a 2-point game.
41-39. Boston leads Houston.
That 7-point lead whittled in a hurry. McHale up to ML Carr. Rick Roby still playing since Perry's picked up those 3 quick fouls. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bird is fouled. He faked Willoughby.
Bird gets fouled.
Got hit pretty hard.
He'll take it.
As I said earlier,
See, back then, 6 teams got in.
have the discipline that Robert Reed has.
And it was the Celtics. Let's see, Celtics in the 1 seed in the East League best record. That would be the Celtics. The Rockets, they got the last seed, by the way. They were tied with the Kansas City Kings record-wise, 40 and 42.
The guards by using Reed at the other guard. There's Casey Jones. Boy, he's been in these championship pictures so many times, both as a player and as a coach. Larry Bird makes it
43-39 as Larry Bird sinks in the free throw.
Here is Dunleavy, Archibald on him. Mike started out missing his first 4 shots, but he's too good a shooter to continue at that pace. Trying to find Billy Fultz. 10 seconds. 8. 6. And with 5 on the shot clock. And now Jake O'Donnell indicating inside a foul.
Who's the foul on?
He got ML Carr that time, Gary, outside.
So ML Carr drew the foul.
He was going up for the shot.
Worst team in the NBA that year was the Dallas Mavericks, so I think we're an expansion team that year. 15-67, a 183 winning percentage, 42 games behind the Phoenix Suns.
Excellent penetrating and penetrating under control.
Reed had 27 points in the first game. Then he struggled. He had 2 points in one in the other. He came back to play very well in the last game as he was able to contribute.
Rob Reed gets 2 of those, 43-41.
Already with 14
Celtics lead the Rockets.
point game again. McHale looking to Larry Bird. You can hardly hear it, so loud here. Enthusiastic crowd with 3 minutes in this first half. But
2 from Larry Legend makes it a 45-41 lead for the Celtics.
But I'm sure Larry feels very good that the ball went in the basket, but it's a matter of whether he gets that feel back. He'll know it when he's got it.
12 points now for Bird. Reed inside.
2 points from Rob Reed,
A 2-point game.
45-43.
He's headed for a big night here in the Summit. Rick Roby. Billy Fultz tried to block it.
Roby gets inside the paint, slam dunk, 47-43. Celtics lead. So the Celtics had the best record in the NBA, 62-20. Rob Reed again, 47-45. Timeout was called. Yes, Bill Fitch of the Celtics called the timeout. 2:12 to go in the second, 47-45. Suns, Spurs, Lakers, Blazers, Kansas City Kings, Rockets. Those are your 6 teams. In the West, Warriors, Nuggets, San Diego Clippers, Seattle Supersonics, Utah, and Dallas were your 7 through 12. Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, Knicks, Bulls, Pacers 1 through 6 in the Eastern Conference, with the Washington Bullets at the time 7, Atlanta Hawks, Cleveland Cavaliers, New Jersey Nets, and Detroit Pistons. And back then it was best of 3 for the first round of the playoffs. Then best of 7 is first round, conference semifinals, and then conference finals. Kevin McHale gets 2, 49-45. Celtics got a first round bye. Then defeated the Chicago Bulls 4-0 before beating the Sixers in 7. Moses Malone gets 2, 49-47, late second. With the Rockets defeating the Lakers 2-1, the San Antonio Spurs 4-3, and then the Kansas City Kings 4-1. That basket will not count. Was that goaltending?
You see, he was over the rim when he tipped that ball back in.
And now a chance to tie it up with 1:08 left to go in this first
1:07 to go in the first half. You got to think Mike Dunleavy's going to have to get hot, right?
Larry Bird brings it down. Archibald, McHale wanting the basketball. Out to Bird. Calvin Garrett is a fine defensive player. In fact, the coaches say he's a better player than Reed is defensively. Now playing Bird tough. Larry
ML Carr gets 2. 51-47. Celtics lead with 35 seconds to go. Wow, the Rockets burned a lot of time. They burned a lot of time to try to tie the game, and it didn't work. Another rebound, this time Kevin McHale. The torture chamber.
4-point lead now for Boston. Bill Fitch is up. You can see him in the background. Let's steady this thing down.
15 seconds to go in the half. Archibald, he gets inside the paint. The layup. 53-47 with 4 seconds to go in the first half. 1981 NBA Finals, Game 6. We hardly do basketball. That's going to change this month and next month here on the Playback. We've got some NBA Finals, especially in the month of June coming up. Three-pointer did not go in. Billy Pultz couldn't get it, so 53-47, the Celtics lead the Rockets at the half.
A look back at the previous 5 and a feature on John Havlicek. Previous 5 games of this NBA World Championship Series.
You're listening to The Playback on the Pulse Podcast Network.
Second half set to begin for the 1981 NBA Finals, Game 6. It's the Celtics at the Rockets, and the Celtics leading at the half. Special thanks to Retro Junk, and it says in parentheses, including Classic NBA on their YouTube channel for this video, and 56% for the Celtics for field goal percentage, 42% for Houston. 100% on free throws. That's really something. That's remarkable to me because, there's usually one team that gets that right and one team that doesn't, but they're both 100% on that. It's a rarity. That's why the game is so close, I guess. For the Celtics, 7 turnovers. For the Rockets, 6. Steals for the Celtics is 4, whereas Houston has 2. And you get defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds, 7-11, 15-10, 13-11 for assists. Respectively, Celtics for offensive rebounds, they don't lead. Houston does. Defensive rebounds, Celtics do lead in that. So 53-47 as the third begins, and the Celtics trying to win an NBA championship for the first time in a few years. 2 points from Cornbread, 55-47. John Havlicek was the halftime show doing some expert analysis. Dunleavy finally gets some points there. It's 55-49. Boston leading Houston in the third. Larry Bird, he gets his 2 points in the paint right there. 57-49, a layup. Bench scoring right now. Celtics 14 points, Rockets 3. And that was another thing that the Celtics had that the Rockets really didn't. It was a great bench. Now, the Rockets had a good bench. The Celtics had an even better bench.
Again, Gary, talking about the shooting of these teams, the outside shooting of Houston still suffering badly. They were only 4 for 20 outside of that 12-foot area, 16 for 28 inside. The Celtics 8 for 17, pretty good outside shooting, 16 for 26 inside.
Tom Henderson's going to go to the line of the Houston Rockets.
That's a good sign for this Houston team, the way they've been shooting.
Sinks one of his 3 throws.
Henderson makes it 57-50.
And both teams are perfect at the line so far.
8 of them in one half.
Rebounding and free throws are essentially a lost art in today's NBA. 57-51. Celtics lead the Rockets in the third.
Larry Bird. Nice pass to Maxwell, and he is fouled. Larry Bird.
Vernon Maxwell gets fouled.
On the side of his foot, or somebody stepped on it. He's now retying the shoe. The foul is going to go on Billy Paultz, his first.
Billy Paultz draws the foul. Bird was double teamed too, so.
Nose is out of the way, goes up for the shot. Paultz catches him with the body. When he fell down, he landed on Reed's foot.
Reed seems to be okay. Reties the shoe.
Cedric Maxwell gets one of the free throws.
To show you how well the Rockets played,
11 points in the game so far.
tempo. The Celtics only had 9 fast breaks. They got 10 points off of those opportunities, and that means that they did not let the Celtics get their break into high gear. And that's
First
why they stayed in the game.
free throw that missed. 58-51. Celtics lead the Rockets.
Archibald on him. Moses Malone. Parrish, who has 3 fouls. Didn't see a lot of action in that first half of play. In fact, he only played 9 minutes. Here's Billy Paultz.
Billy Paultz with a nice sky hook like he's Dr. J. Makes it a 5-point game, 58-53. Celtics lead the Rockets. I almost said quarter, third. I'll say third. I won't say period. That's hockey. Did Dunleavy draw the foul, or does he get the foul?
Watch how Dunleavy gets racked on this pick. Here comes Parrish now. Watch this. Right into him. Parrish didn't move. It's a good screen. His man should have been talking. That's how players get hurt.
Boy, Dunleavy has taken some of those in this series, hasn't he? That's just another in a long succession of them. Here's Ford. Nice pass to Maxwell.
Vernon Maxwell. Cedric Maxwell, excuse me.
And he has come out in the second half to score points.
60-53. Celtics lead the Rockets.
Maxwell, a strong candidate for MVP, as is Larry Bird, Moses Malone, Robert Reed. Here's Ford with a rebound, brings it out to Archibald.
Nate Tiny Archibald.
9:30 left in this third period. Holtz reaching around. Parrish retrieves. Billy's picked up 2 fouls and kicks that one out of bounds.
Now, Mike Dunleavy, who got hit by that screen by Parrish. So watch this other play. Here he goes with Ford. Ford gets him a little bit of a shove with the left.
It's weird seeing these shoes.
Boy, they got to take care of that young man.
They're not really what you would call custom made, or they didn't have the look of custom made.
Fresh 24 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Tiny, who had those 9 assists in the first half. Maxwell off to Robert Parrish. Holt staying tough on him, but Parrish does.
Parrish gets 2.
Beautiful jumper.
62-53. Nice jumper from him. Yeah, jump shot. Yeah.
With as much arch as anybody in the game. When you're 7 foot, that's really getting it up there. Moses Malone. Malone having trouble. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Parrish brings it down. Robert Parrish off to Tiny Archibald. You see Maxwell filling the lane. Also Ford, but they hold it up.
Larry Bird. 64-53. Rockets are calling a timeout. This is starting to get out of control now. They really need Calvin Murphy. They really need him.
They'll have to up the tempo and try to catch up playing the Celtics game. And that doesn't work. Through this, of course you can. First of all, you do things to strengthen your hands.
Moses Malone essentially elbows
I think one of the best things for big guys
Larry Bird and gets away with it.
playing ping pong.
Playing ping pong.
Yes,
Is
one of
that
the best
hand-to-eye thing? Or
Yes.
here is Malone. He's had a tough time, but a lot of that pressure put on by Boston has made it difficult. Dunleavy hits from outside.
64-55. Nice 2 points from Dunleavy.
This is when the guys are going to have to execute the coach's plan. They got to get
Remember his son playing in the NBA. Nice camera angles, by the way. I bet CBS. I wonder if they revolutionize these camera angles. I know we talk about the NBC camera angles and revolutionizing the product, but I think wouldn't have it without CBS first. 64-57 now as 2 points in there for Houston.
coaches got big on the earlier games. Every time Boston would start it, try to break it open, they'd call a timeout.
Dunleavy on the rebound? I think it is, yeah.
The Houston Rockets, who time and time again have shown a gritty determination throughout the playoff series, not just the championship series, battling back.
Clutch City, you know.
Before that timeout. Dunleavy to Fultz, 5 seconds on the shot.
Gotta shoot the ball. You got 5 seconds. Nope. Rebound though. Larry Bird with the rebound.
Spin on the ball that time. 7 minutes left in the third period. Rockets miss a golden opportunity. Tiny Archibald out to Bird. Reed back on him defensively. Parrish, he walks.
Those do not look like custom Nikes that Parrish is wearing. I just think they're just Nike sneakers. And again, shoe apparel deals back then just started to really come into the forefront. I think Moses Malone had Adidas.
Against Houston. But again, no real trend there.
Same with Dr. J.
This game.
Nike was starting to come into the forefront. Converse was a fixture already.
In on Parrish.
You had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson endorse Converse throughout their careers.
Parrish played pretty tough defense that time. He made Moses change his shot. Here's
In
Moses.
print and on television.
He makes Moses get a little bit higher. That little bit of extra oomph on the ball made it go a little too far. Bird with good position, got the foul on Fultz over the back.
I tell you though, Bill, he's really getting that ball in deep, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's working hard to get that ball inside.
And Archibald, there's Dunleavy down again. Chris Ford hitting.
Chris Ford gets 2 points there.
Now, sometimes you see a guy like Tiny Archibald who's
66-57 Celtics lead the Rockets. Mid-third quarter. I almost said, there I go again. There I go again on my own.
What Rick was talking about earlier, that field of the basketball. 66-57. 6 minutes now, third period. There's Reed from outside. Bird with
Rob Reed tried to do a three-pointer. It didn't happen. Rebounded by, you guessed it, Larry Bird.
a little bit in the shooting department. Robert Parrish.
Parrish is so tall. How does he not score points all the time?
That's turnover. We'll give it back to the Rockets with 5:48. Bill Fitz.
5:48 to go. I think Bill Fitch is calling a timeout for the Celtics, right?
Still still not moving around very well.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Well, those are the ones that really drive you crazy. The lane violation. Billy Paultz tries to follow his own. Here comes Cornbread. Look at Reed.
Cornbread, Cedric Maxwell. Nice assist right there
Larry Bird.
to Parrish.
That was some pass by Bird, left-handed behind the back, and that was not a hot dog fancy pass.
68 to 57.
Situation.
And the Rockets are calling a timeout.
Timeout now by the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Reed with the great speed.
The Summit crowd starting to kind of
Cornbread makes a nice hook pass.
look at reality.
Drives in, he draws traffic. Look at this nice back off pass to Bird. That was with the right hand. I'm sorry. Bird with the right hand, spin around behind his back. Super pass. Nice basket. It was a great pass, even though it was
I was
right-handed.
going to say it's a keeper, either left or right-handed by Larry Bird. That fast break.
Now they score points, Maxwell and Bird, but they also know how to dish the ball too.
What they're doing tonight, they've been taking advantage of every opportunity. Every time Houston has a breakdown offensively and they get the ball, they run the break quite well. I think they've scored on most of the ones they've had that way.
There's Bill Fitch. Larry Bird, by the way, in addition to that outstanding pass, has 12 rebounds. He's already up in that category.
But this is a different Boston.
And that's his game. You know, Larry Bird's game isn't just scoring points. It's rebounds, it's assists, it's three-pointers. He was wearing his warm-up jacket at the three-point contest at an All-Star game one year. Said, "Who's coming in second?" Okay, you got to have confidence, swagger. You know, little Carnegie.
There's Dunleavy again.
Dunleavy again missing another shot, but Reed was able to help him out with that. On the rebound, 68-59, third quarter. There we go again. Celtics leading in the third.
Before a sellout in the Summit in Houston. Playoff basketball. Robert Parrish out to Archibald. Reed is just shadowing Larry Bird. He comes up with a rebound along with Malone.
Moses Malone getting the rebound off the Nate Tiny Archibald miss.
4.5 minutes in this third period. Level gets a pick by Malone. To Reed. Billy Paultz, 8 seconds on his.
Paultz is tall, man. My gosh. And he gets the 2 points in the paint. Makes it a 68-61 lead for the Celtics. But guess what they're going to do? The Celtics, Bill Fitch is going to call a timeout before it gets out of control for the Celtics.
He does what Archibald does for Boston. You think Houston might be counted out? They come right back in it.
Scrappy team, this Houston Rockets squad. Billy Paultz was 7 foot, 6'11". 68-61, third quarter. Boston leading Houston. 1981 NBA Finals Game 6. Larry Bird, who else?
That'll get you out of trouble every time.
He got the 2, 70-61, third.
2 field goals in this third period, which has less than 4 minutes left in it. There's a pick
About 4 minutes to go in the third.
and really throwing some bone-jarring picks. Dunleavy to Robert Reed.
Rob Reed gets it inside the paint again, 70-63 now.
63. He had, remember in game 1, 27 points, and he had in the regular season.
River Edge, New Jersey.
That basket going to Archibald.
San Diego Rockets
72-63.
was an ABA champion.
Tiny has not scored all that much in the series, below his seasonal average. Part of that due to the injury. Paultz has a hot hand. Paultz now has 4 field goals in this period.
72-65.
72-65. Again, the crowd picking up the intensity here. The noise level. Larry Bird, that basket will count, and he's fouled.
Fouled, count it.
Robert Reed committing a foul, and Bird with a chance.
Rob Reed fouling Larry Bird, who got the 2, so he'll go to the line. Can't imagine he'll miss this one.
Watch the play inside. There has good position by Bird. Bobby Joe playing behind him. Goes up for the shot. Robert obviously bumped him with the bodies. What the call was, you couldn't see it from this particular angle.
14 foul now against the.
Oh, he missed it. Okay. 74-65.
74-65. There. Look
18 points, 12 boards, 3 assists.
Allen level. Malone just powers up for the rebound. Parrish playing a good defense. Bird brings down the
Moses Malone couldn't score on that one. Okay.
from the
Larry Bird.
Go, third period. It's hard to believe that this Houston team was beaten by 29 points on Tuesday, wasn't it? What a complete adjustment they made, and Archibald is fouled on the move.
Nate Tiny Archibald gets fouled.
Adjustments have really been made well by this trio, or this pair of Henderson or Johnson rather than Harris. They've really been able to do that, Bill, from game to game.
Well, you know, he's got a team here that all season long he's trying to find out.
7 points so far for Tiny.
And so he found out some of the skills the guys can do, and so he uses different skills in different games, which it should be. Which
He gets that first one.
What his guys can do, and use it when you need it.
McHale sitting on the bench looking on. He'll get the second one. And it's 78-67, Celtics leading the Rockets. Late in the third.
Not a lot said about Ford in this series, but he has played excellent defense. He is shaken up a little bit by that pick. Got a elbow to the midsection, lead on the middle. Bird brings it down. Bird out to Cedric Maxwell. A minute 10 left in this period. Maxwell on board. Chris Ford is hit.
Chris Ford gets inside the paint. He scores 2.
Outlet pass in. Now that's something I used to work on. And Bird did something, one of the most difficult things he's done.
80-67.
Good outlet baseball pass, left-handed.
80-67 Malone. That basket will not count. Gonna have a foul on Moses. See the outlet pass that Bill just
So who fouls Moses Malone? So the basket doesn't count. I think it should count.
does get out. Bird in with the rebounds. Malone couldn't get the offensive board. He battles hard. There's look at that left hand with a lot of authority over the half-court line. Maxwell takes it on down, dishes off the board. He lays it in.
We're talking about those passes. That's not so much strength as technique, the way he got it out on that. Parrish missing. The biggest lead of the game now for the Celtics.
I think it was Ford that drew the foul.
Now the Rockets need a bucket real bad going down the stretch.
Dunleavy off to level. Intended for Malone. Parrish comes
Another turnover for Houston.
down. They'll slot down.
Parrish gets it out to Larry Bird, who gets it out to Nate Tiny Archibald.
Basket bad.
There's level going for the steal. It's off of level. Boston will have it with 11 seconds. 11 seconds in this third period. The Celtics climbing closer to what they hope.
11 seconds left in the third.
Championship flow.
80-67, the Celtics lead.
Third period.
Game 6, they have the 3-2 series lead as well. Nice shot by Nate Tiny Archibald.
Now Boston has made a run of 10-2 to take this
82-67 after 3. The Celtics leading the Houston Rockets.
will be awarded tonight.
Isn't that an artistic picture? You could almost see the trophy.
Hey, you know
The Larry O'Brien trophy is theirs if they can just hold on.
from the field through the first three.
So Rob Reed has 22 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists. Larry Bird has 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Dale Harris is going to a quick lineup. He's got some guys.
It's a 15-point lead for Boston.
That meaning
Willoughby
Willoughby.
a little better defensively because they all are pretty good guys with better movement.
That means Willoughby. Calvin Garrett is in there. The Robert Reed. Look at that follow. Trying to go over the top. That will go off of Houston. And with 11:42, the Boston Celtics with their biggest lead of the game, 82-67.
Now they're trying that full court press.
Shooting.
Go ahead.
13 to 18 in that quarter they shot.
Not real bad shooting.
Now, when do you figure it starts getting critical in this game time-wise, Bill?
About 7 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now they've got it. They can't get any more than 4 points behind than they are now.
Okay, that foul going against Willoughby. Let me ask you something, Bill. Let's back up a minute. You're talking about the full court press, trying to get them into the half-court game. What do you mean by that?
Well, what Houston's done, he's gone to a quick lineup that should be better defensively. They got a good rebound in Reed and Malone. And so what they're trying to do is run a full court press to slow Boston down, and they feel they should be able to get enough offense between Reed and Malone to stay in the ball game.
Well, neither team has scored now in this fourth period. 1 minute's gone by. Rebound, ML Carr. Out to Tiny Archibald. Maxwell and Ford are down there. Chris Ford back to Tiny.
Nate Tiny Archibald getting it out to Chris Ford.
What a play, but he doesn't
Doesn't get the 2 points, though. Rebound
Problem they might have, though, Bill, is these fellas haven't played
by
together
Houston.
much. Whether they
scored in this fourth period. There's Moses Malone trying to do something about it. Rebound ripped down by Cedric Maxwell. Still 82-67. Bill Harris, his team with a real uphill struggle now.
I would say up mountain struggle, not a hill.
So the only two times the Lakers were not in the NBA Finals in the 1980s was this and 1986, 5 years later. The Celtics would play the Rockets again in the NBA Finals. We'll have that for you, by the way, next month on the Playback. 84-67, Boston leading Houston in the fourth.
10 minutes left in the season of the Houston Rockets, and maybe 10 minutes until this Boston Celtics team can add yet another NBA World Championship flag to the top of the Garden.
When the Rockets have scored 24, 23, and 20 points, they've held them lower each successive quarter, and that's why they have control of the game.
Bill, we had a microphone in the Rockets huddle. What did we learn from that?
Well, what they're trying to do is they're going to depend on Moses and Reed mostly for their offense, and they're trying to use a full court press and keep the pressure on the Celtics. First of all, to slow them down and to see if they got about almost 5 minutes to take over this game if they're going to come back. But they've got to take over tempo.
Ford committing his second personal foul. 9:43 left. Tom Henderson, Gerald Henderson, who's come in to pick him up. Bill Willoughby, Maxwell up in his face. Rebound, Tom Henderson, off to Moses Malone, and look at the traffic.
Moses Malone gets fouled.
Boston Celtics. Bill Fitch realizing it isn't over yet. You're going to have ML Carr ticketed with that.
ML Carr fouled Moses Malone.
The free throw line.
But what they're doing is it probably won't work because they know that they're going to Malone. And they're saying
18 points in this game for Moses. Misses the free throw. Whoa. Ouch. Gets that one, though.
it does look a bit grim.
84-68 in the fourth.
Point of this fourth quarter by Houston. 84-68. 9:23 to go in the fourth stanza. Gerald Henderson with his quickness to ML Carr. They have the smaller people in there right now. Ford, Henderson. Here is Henderson. Parrish tips it out. Tom Henderson comes down with it. Henderson, beautiful drive, and he's fouled. Tom Henderson, who played on that.
Tom Henderson gets fouled.
For the Washington Bullets. He doesn't want in tonight.
But they got it down to if he makes these two, they'll have it down to 14. And that's not bad with 9 minutes to go.
And Henderson with the two free throws.
There's always a tendency.
Gets the first one.
Boston or one of the other team makes a run on Houston to say, well,
5 points so far for Tom Henderson of the Houston Rockets.
They really have it. That's the reason they're in this championship series.
Got the two.
Now it's
84-70 in the fourth.
84-70. You know, Fitch is a little bit concerned yet. 6 points in the game for Tom Henderson. ML Carr, Parrish, and Malone bouncing. ML Carr, tough shot. Rebound, brought down by Calvin Garrett.
because one thing that Boston has not done very well in the playoffs is they have not put a team.
Is that traveling?
They've gotten that lead out. They had the same problem that
That might have been traveling on the Rockets.
and they really haven't put it. They did in the games they blew them out, but in tough games they haven't really blown them away.
That little killer instinct. That turnover very costly to Houston. ML Carr to Maxwell. Cedric against Willoughby. Bottle tip by Parrish and Moses Malone over the back. Oh, wait a minute.
They called offensive goaltending against the Celtics.
So it's offensive goaltending for Boston.
To his left across the middle. Parrish is going to come in to try and go for the tip. Looked like Malone goes over his back. That's what the call was.
Interesting.
No basket. 84-70. Bill Willoughby. Malone follows, and now it's a 12-point game.
84-72
Minutes left.
in the fourth.
Points for Moses Malone. Malone has averaged 22 in the series. Larry Bird will come back in at the first opportunity. This is just as
Bill Willoughby for the Rockets.
You think they're through, and they're not. Robert Parrish. Willoughby with the rebound. Off to Henderson. cut it to 10. Calvin Garrett, he's fouled by ML Carr. And now Larry Bird will re-enter the game with
7:43 to go in the fourth. Larry Bird's coming back in. These Rockets uniforms, they made no sense. The R is capital, but the E and the T are lowercase. Same thing with Houston. It didn't make any sense. I know that was their heyday. I get it. It still didn't make any sense. Boston's going to call a timeout. 84-74. It's a 10-point game now. So you've got Chris Ford, Cedric Maxwell, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Tiny Archibald, Rick Roby, Gerald Henderson, Rob Parrish, Emil Carr, Terry Durod, and Eric Fernston as your Celtics players in this NBA Finals. For the Rockets, you've got Tom Henderson, Alan Leavell, Rob Reed, Mike Dunleavy, Billy Paltz, Moses Malone, Bill Willoughby, Calvin Murphy, who's injured, Calvin Garrett, Major Jones, and Rudy Tomjanovich, who would coach the Houston Rockets in the 90s. This is before the Twin Towers, by the way, which were, well, Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon for the Houston Rockets. It's weird seeing Larry Bird miss shots. It really is. I'm not used to that. 84-74. It's a 10-point game. Not over. 7 minutes to go. Bill Willoughby. 84-76. Celtics leading the Rockets. Gerald Henderson just slamming him, saying, no. You're not scoring on me. Bill Fitch is calling the timeout. This is getting out of control. Houston is coming unglued. 6:20 to go. It is 84-78. It's a close one. Go Rockets signs. In yellow and red. The signs are red, but the Go Rockets is in yellow. 84-78. Space City, Clutch City coming unglued. Rockets. Wow. Wow. 84-78 with 5:46 to go. Rockets have the momentum right now. Rob Reed gets fouled. I thought Bill Willoughby would try to shoot the ball, but I think you give it to the hotter hand, although I guess Willoughby was kind of double teamed. So. Red Auerbach. Chris Ford's third foul. Rob Reed has 24 points. You know the old joke with Red Auerbach, right? They show a picture. It says "Turn your clocks," and it has a picture of Red Auerbach. So you turn Auerbach. Get it? Red Auerbach. Okay. Amateur comedy hour is done. I promise. Hickory dickory dock. Ow! Now I'm done. Well, let me tell you. Yeah. Okay, calm down.
And another big miss. There's Tom Janovich and Murphy, two men who are 11
Rudy
years
T.
old, never been
Rudy
in
Tom
the
Janovich.
championship finals. And they don't want it to end now.
84-79. It's a 5-point game.
Scored only 2 points in this quarter. It's incredible.
What do the Celtics do? Do they get Cedric Maxwell and Larry Bird back in the mix here? I mean, they're on the court, but I'm just saying, they just seem out of sync right now. 2 points from Parrish, though. Make it an 86-79 game with 5:10 to go in the game.
The 10-13 mark. Then with just over 5 minutes, Boston hits again. 86-79 to Calvin Garrett. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Garrett with Bird on him. Back to Willoughby, and he's fouled by Cedric Maxwell.
Cedric Maxwell with the foul.
Can't believe it. A bad shot, touch shot actually by Willoughby in that situation, and to get bailed out and go to the free throw line really hurts.
4 fouls now on Cedric.
4 fouls on Cedric Maxwell on Cornbread.
4:55.
Bill Willoughby, 3 points in the game so far. He's going to the line. Gets the first one.
Cuts it back to a 6-point
6-point game.
3 days, it seems. That's
Gets the second one. They make it look effortless and easy. Whereas like Shaq didn't really know how to. It's a 5-point game now, 86-81 with 4:49 to go.
too far down the floor. 4 minutes, 45 seconds.
Game 6, 1981 NBA Finals. Boston Celtics, Houston Rockets. Boston leading the series 3-2. Best record in the NBA in the 80-81 season, trying to close it out, win their 14th championship. 86-83. Bill Fitch takes a timeout. The Celtics are kind of, again, they're running out of gas here.
What a complete reversal it's been after leading by 17. We're going to keep it right here, and we'll go over to the Houston Rockets bench as you look at a very, very concerned Boston Celtic bench.
There you see Ford trying to penetrate. The ball was knocked away, and here come the Rockets. Tom Henderson will take it all the way against Tiny, under control. Gets by Tiny. Birds there, floats in the air. Little hard off the ground.
Celtics trying to win their first championship since 1976. This would have been 5 years had passed when they beat the Phoenix Suns.
If Reed isn't open down deep, like if Reed's down here, he's not open, he's going to get mowed.
86-83. Celtics lead the Rockets, 4:23 to go in the game. Three timeouts remaining for the Rockets, 1 for the Celtics. This is the 1981 NBA Finals, Game 6. Special thanks to Retro Junk, including Classic NBA, on their YouTube channel. I'm Jay Dawg. This is the Playback, the Pulse Podcast Network. Going to be doing a lot more NBA, especially the NBA Finals in the month of June.
On 22, you and Garrett beat
This was CBS's coverage. Gary Bender alongside Bill Russell, the late great, the greatest winner in the history of basketball, I think. Jordan has his 6 rings, but Bill Russell has 5 more.
See some of the excitement in his voice cracking.
Or had 5 more.
He's been in a few
He's not with us anymore. And
situations
Rick Barry.
years with the Boston
So we
Celtics.
get 2 Hall of Famers.
Boy, Bill, it's amazing to me.
I thought Brent Musburger would be calling this because he wasn't the guy at CBS or Dick Stockton. Well, I know Dick Stockton was NBC at the time, right? No, he wasn't. No. Was he? I don't think he was. I know he was doing Red Sox. 4:23 to go in the fourth. Celtics 86, Rockets 83.
Boston has hit 2 of 10.
The momentum clearly on Houston's side right now.
We were talking about earlier, they had 60 points.
Nate Tiny Archibald and company, Larry Bird trying to seize the moment.
A 17-point lead with 10:30
Quiet the crowd in Clutch City.
lead with 4:14 left. Archibald, Tom Henderson on him. Larry Bird. That basket wouldn't have counted had it gone in. A foul will go on who? We'll wait and see. Henderson holding his hand up. It's going to be Calvin Garrett. There's Gerald Henderson looking at that scoreboard like he can't believe what those figures read.
Garrett hit Larry Bird right in the face.
Garrett with his first personal foul.
Foul on Garrett, by the way. Larry Bird with 2. They needed that.
88-83,
88-83 now with 4 minutes to go in the game. Celtics lead the Rockets by 5 at the Summit in Space City.
They'll be able to bring it back across, but they only have 9 seconds on the shot clock. Henderson charging. Tom Henderson. And Larry Bird is the man that drew the foul. He saw the play coming.
Larry Bird draws the foul.
Then he comes back to draw the foul. You see him there moving his leg a little bit. Here comes the play. There he's standing. Well, he drug his left leg a little bit, but he had the good body position. That was just to keep his balance, it looked like. But it doesn't matter because the official called it a charge.
That's a first foul on Henderson. Del Harris, you can see him in the background there yelling to his team with 3:37 left. Larry Bird again.
Larry Bird, 2 more points. Makes it now a 90-83 lead with 3:26 to go in the fourth. Del Harris's hair is already gray, so I think it was black when the game started. That's what the Celtics do to you, I guess, especially these Celtics.
That will be the third on Larry. Now this is the hard part right here for Houston.
Third foul on Larry Bird.
And you know you're in a ball game. And then the other team runs off a couple of points, a couple of buckets. And that's when you really dig in. You can't get discouraged. Because
Calvin Garrett goes to the line.
But this team is not going to quit.
6 points here. He got both of his free throws, so 6 points. 90-85 with 3:17 to go in the game. Last timeout for the Celtics. I don't know if this is a wise thing, but Bill Fitch thinks it is.
If you're wondering why we have not gone into the Boston Celtic huddle, is because Bill Fitch would prefer we do not. It's not that we're being partial in any one way. We are allowed in the Houston huddle.
Now that could have been a key play by Houston right there. I'll tell you why. Boston had to use their last regular timeout. Now suppose we get down 10 seconds ago, Houston makes a basket to go ahead. Boston can call timeout, but they can't advance the ball because with the 22nd timeout.
The month of June, we're going to have a lot more NBA for you on the Playback NBA Finals. We're going to have the 1986 NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Rockets, the rematch. We're going to have one of those games, of course. We're going to have the 1991 NBA Finals between the Bulls and the Lakers, Game 5. We're also going to have the 1996 NBA Finals between the Bulls and the Sonics. You know, those two teams that Nelly mentioned in Country Grammar. Got more games than the Bulls and Bulls and Sonics. Celtics have no timeouts remaining. The Rockets have 3. 90-85 in the fourth. Celtics leading. Also, we'll have the 2016 NBA Finals Game 7 between the Cavaliers and the Warriors. And then last year's NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. We're going to be doing a lot of basketball in the month of June, so get ready. The only basketball game we're doing in the month of May is this Game 6 of the 1981 NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Houston Rockets. 90-85 Celtics lead the Rockets. Late in the fourth, Rockets trying to get it to a Game 7 in Boston, which would have been in the afternoon, by the way. And this was on a tape delay, for crying out loud. Celtics trying to win their first championship in 5 years, first in the Larry Bird era, and also their 14th as a franchise.
Houston has played so tough all year, you just figured they had to come back and cut that 17-point lead down, and they did. Down to 5 at this stage. Larry Bird, 8 seconds on the shot clock. 6, 5. Bird, they're going to have to hurry with 3. Ford with 2. Boy, he came close.
He came close to that. Chris Ford almost had a three-pointer. It got rebounded, though, by Parrish, who gets it up to Tiny Archibald. That kills time. That's what the Rockets didn't need. And Bird drains it for 2. No, shot didn't count. Okay. 2:33 to go. They killed a lot of time, though. 90-85. Celtics lead the Rockets.
Henderson off to Calvin Garrett again. What a job he's done. Bill Willoughby. Moses Malone. And Malone is
They got to get Moses Malone involved more. He's your best player. You got to get him involved more.
the ball all that much here in the fourth quarter. He scored 1 field goal and 1 free throw. 4 fouls on Parrish.
Fourth foul on Parrish. On that foul's that's a foul to Moses Malone. Yeah.
The good pass from Willoughby and commits the foul.
So 2 points or 2 will go to the line.
5-point difference in the game.
Okay. Moses Malone scores that one. 22 points for Moses.
20 seconds. Malone with 22. That's right at his series average. See Del Harris. They'll have another
Missed
free
it.
throw because of the penalty. 90-86.
Scores it. He had 3. That's right. So 90-87 with 2:16 to go in the game. The Celtics now only have a 3-point lead. Game 6, 1981 NBA Finals.
And playing with great savvy, great heart. Archibald to Ford, and Reed reaches in and commits the foul. That's
Rob Reed commits the foul.
There's Gavin Maloof again. What pain he had.
Here we go with the play again. Reed right there, grabbed onto Ford, as you can see. Very obvious foul. That's only 14 fouls, I believe, now.
Cedric Maxwell.
Well, that's a big play by Maxwell. That pass wasn't...
Cedric Maxwell gets in the paint, scores 2. It is now 2 minutes to go. A 5-point game. Celtics lead the Rockets 92-87. Houston with the ball.
To Garrett.
Calvin Garrett gets 2. Okay. Now makes it a 3-point game with 1:50 to go in the game. Celtics 92, Rockets 89.
2:89, 1:47. You see the time. Archibald, Henderson on in. Back out and reset. 12 seconds of shot clock. Look back on that 3-point play by Larry Bird.
A 3-pointer by Larry Bird. Sinks it. Huh.
I think he wanted that one.
Boy, Chris Ford was jumping straight up in the air, too. He was not 5 feet away from him on that, and he was excited. Larry Bird, who had been in a slump, but now today with 27 points.
And we'll go down. Now wait for it. All right. Now tell me. Try to drag it.
Apropos, the Rocket Man by Sir Elton is playing over the loudspeaker. It's 97-91 with a $1:19 to go. The Rockets have 2 timeouts remaining. And Rocket Man playing over the loudspeaker at the Summit. The Houston Rockets down 97-91 to the Boston Celtics. So time is running out for Houston to try to get back in this game. They're only down by 6. A couple of 3-pointers and some quick stops can make that happen because, again, the Rockets have the 2 timeouts, whereas the Celtics don't. The Celtics are going to have to, if it comes to that, the Celtics are going to have to be really creative with ball distribution, especially with Larry Bird, Nate Tiny Archibald, Rob Parrish, and Cedric Maxwell. Cornbread.
20 seconds depending on the last shot, and someone says you got to make a shot. But this is a 48-minute game. And Houston let Boston get him so far behind.
Celtics 6 of 17 for shooting, Rockets 7 of 17.
Just to play catch up.
Psychologically more than physically.
They had a 17-point lead, now at 6. And the time, 1:16. Now that was touched. They can bring it back. Tom Henderson. Out to Calvin Garrett. Garrett against Maxwell. Larry Bird trying to follow, and coming away with it is Chris Ford.
Chris Ford with the rebound, a minute to go. Larry Bird gets it out to Nate Tiny Archibald. Calvin Garrett with the steal, though.
Up to Reed. Henderson. Back to Robert Reed, and Ford comes up with it. And a foul will go on Robert Reed, and that will be 5 on Reed.
Rob Reed fouls Chris Ford.
We'll make it tough. Now will come.
That might be the clincher right there.
Game with this much
Oh,
time is 3-point plays. Stopping the Celtics and 3-point plays.
Well, this Rockets team, let's look back at the steal.
oh.
Chris Ford was down court when they started. stole the ball the first time. That's who he was trying to pass it to, and then he came back, hustling back on defense.
Started to say the Rockets on three-point plays in this series are 3 of 9. Dunleavy has hit all 3 of them. 3 of 6.
Chris Ford goes to the line for 2.
Now with
44 seconds to go. Gets the 1.
makes it 98-91.
98-91 now.
Prior to Tuesday night,
Celtics lead.
able to score 100 points in this series, and now they're within 2 of it again.
Red Auerbach wearing a gray suit with a red tie with white stripes on it.
9 points. And now 1.
99-91. The Celtics lead the Houston Rockets in Game 6 of the 1981 NBA Finals. You're on the Playback. I am Jay Dawg. 45 years ago, on tape delay, the lowest rated NBA Finals
Now, if a miracle were to happen, they'd have to carry it all the way to Boston.
of all time.
Rick Barry is in there, and we'll be going to him, and that'll be a very jubilant locker room.
Up until,
All over the Celtics per team.
the Spurs and the Nets back in 2003.
$1,000 plus if they vote what you would expect the regular shares.
This is the last NBA Finals to be broadcast on tape delay.
$50,000 for the division title, $42,500 for the semifinals, and by winning the finals, $230,000.
You know how much things have changed. First year we won the playoffs.
No more tape delay NBA after this one.
$1,900.
In fact, their playoffs.
Now there's the NBA championship trophy. I don't think they called it the Larry O'Brien trophy at the time. I think it was until after Larry O'Brien was no longer commissioner and Dave Stern became the longtime NBA commissioner. Now Adam Silver is the NBA commissioner. 99-91, 44 seconds to go. Rockets trailing. What can they do?
There's the time left. Three-pointer. Dunleavy, the man we expected to shoot it. He was 3 of 6.
Dunleavy misses it. Larry Bird rebounds it.
Cannot say enough for this Houston Rockets team. They truly have been a Cinderella club.
They have not quit.
They haven't. But they have.
Now they made a. Now they got.
24 seconds to go. You got a foul.
Get too far behind tonight to catch up. But they showed a lot of character, and they showed a winning team. You see, a lot of people think you only win if you win this game. But getting here is part of the season. And what happens, the teams that even the ones that lose here usually are a better team for the next season.
Very good point, as that's now 100 points for this.
Celtics have reached the century mark in points now.
And there's Terry Durod coming in. He's smiling from ear to ear. Well, Bill, again, though, Houston had to win a 3rd game in L.A. They had to win a 3rd game in San Antonio. They have played this Boston
101
team
now.
extremely
It's a 10-point lead for the Celtics.
You just can't say enough for them.
Especially when they came in there thinking, everyone thought that they'd be, it was a mismatch because the Celtics had beat them 13 straight times before they got into the playoffs.
But you can see some celebrating going on now. So they're going to have to find some room, Bill, to put another flag up above the Boston Garden, but I would imagine they'll be able to find some.
Oh, yeah, there's a little more room left, and those rafters are pretty strong anyway.
The parquet floor at the old Boston Garden about ready to raise another championship banner for the Seas.
In those and the opportunities, both as a player and both as a coach. Red Auerbach, I wonder, he's now been involved in all 14 of them. You suppose they get old? Do you ever take them for granted?
No, you don't.
Roby and Carr, they're going to sit down and put on their warm-up jackets.
It's just after that first one, they all
Celtic pride, they are seconds away from another championship.
the last one
And
and the other ones.
That was in 69 when you were a player coach. Now, don't forget, don't leave
Bill Russell there, seeing
the dressing room.
a team like the Celtics for the first time in 5 years win a championship.
Commissioner will also have Red Auerbach there.
And he had been a part for most of those. That the heyday of the Celtics of the 60s was, Bill Russell, and then becomes the ones in the 70s were the kind of the Dave Cowens era, and now you've got the Larry Bird era. Some say this era, along with Magic, saved the NBA. 101-91, 24 seconds to go. Celtics lead the Rockets.
Playing and nothing's really going right for you. And
T-shirts are already in the locker rooms. Champagne, they're about ready to break it open.
29 games. There's Fernstein who comes in with the steal, and so the Boston Celtics are going to be the 1981 NBA World Champions.
That's it. They're just passing the ball around.
25 years.
Nope, foul with 11 seconds to go.
The fans are up.
Chris Ford gets fouled.
There's Bill Fitch. I bet that back feels a little better right now, don't you?
Oh, yeah, his back feels a little better.
There's Kevin McHale coming
Kevin McHale is coming in.
again. We will have the presentation. Look at that. You didn't see it. Away from the substitution, the high five. Larry Bird got a high five from everyone.
Larry Bird's coming out.
And justifiably a very happy team.
Cedric Maxwell's coming out.
During the regular season, Atlantic Division champion.
Ford misses the first one.
Nothing in your athletic career can feel any better than coming out of a game that sold up the World Championship.
There's a disappointed man.
Calvin Murphy in street clothes. Again,
Playoff he had.
I think what did the Rockets in, they didn't put Moses Malone in enough.
One thing they have
They didn't make him part of the action. He was your best player. Calvin Murphy being injured certainly doesn't help.
this man, our MVP this year.
102-91.
Yes. Allen level. Fernstein brings
That'll do it.
you see two
The Houston Rockets, valiant effort, scrappy team. The Boston Celtics win the 1981 NBA championship by defeating the Houston Rockets in Game 6.
with their 14th
Their 14th NBA championship. They defeat the Houston Rockets 102-91 in the 1981 NBA Finals. It takes 6 games. It's the last tape delay. And Bill Fitch, who couldn't get it done in Cleveland, gets it done in Boston. Nate Tiny Archibald, Chris Ford, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Rob Parrish, Cedric Maxwell, Cornbread, the NBA Finals MVP. There you have it. Special thanks to, once again, Retro Junk, including Classic NBA and their YouTube channel for this. We'll have more NBA Finals games in the month of June, as I alluded to. Later this week, we'll also have Len Barker's perfect game, Cleveland taking on the Toronto Blue Jays, and a guy that would later play for the Celtics, Danny Ainge, on those Toronto Blue Jays. Next week, we'll have Jay Dawg's wrestling match of the month and Jay Dawg's boxing bout of the month. For the month of May 2026 for wrestling on Monday at noon on the Playback on the Pulse Podcast Network, WWE World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk putting his World Heavyweight Championship on the line against the Animal Batista at 2008 WWE Great American Bash. That'll be Monday at noon. And then Tuesday at noon, it'll be for Jay Dawg's boxing bout of the month. It will be Antonio Tarver, well, Roy Jones Jr. first, it goes by champion. Roy Jones Jr. versus Antonio Tarver 2 from 2004. We'll have that for you, as voted on by you fine folks at the Bet This P on X. We do that just about every month. We have the poll on X between Jay Dawg's wrestling match of the month and Jay Dawg's boxing bout of the month. And again, those will be the two next week. And then on Memorial Day, we'll have one more edition of the Playback in the month of May. We'll have Game 6 of the 1991 Stanley Cup Finals between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Minnesota North Stars. And every single week, CJ and yours truly, we talk sports betting on Bet This. The upcoming edition of Bet This will feature WNBA futures, WNBA talk, the 2026 NFL schedule with some parts not leaked but released already to the public, like all the international games and one of the Monday Night Football games and one of the Thursday Night Football games. Those weren't leaked. Those were released to the public. We'll talk about that. Also, the PGA Championship. We'll also talk MLB rankings, MLS rankings, the slate of those games, and a whole lot more, including our locks of the week and our parlays of the week. An all-new Bet This. We talk all sports betting on the Pulse Podcast Network for Bet This. The Playback is under the Bet This umbrella. Just check that out. Go to thepulseofnh.com, click where it says the Pulse Podcast Network, and that is where you'll find all your podcasts, including the Playback, which is under the Bet This umbrella. More NBA on the way, as I said, in the month of June, with classic NBA Finals games going all the way back to 1986 and ending all the way to 2025. Last year's Game 7 of the 2025 NBA Finals, I decided to take a flyer out and do that one, even though it doesn't have any milestone thing going on there. I figured I don't want to wait till 2030 to do it. Might as well get it out of the way. Now, I know it's kind of callous to say, but you know what? It's content. We're going to do it. We're also going to do Stanley Cup Final games as well in the month of June. We'll also have a milestone game in baseball that we'll have for you in the month of June. May throw in a perfect game and or a no-hitter. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll let you know. This is what we do on the Playback. We let you know what's going on. Some other podcasts, they're not into that. No. That's not what we do around here. We let you know what's going on.
You've been listening to The Playback on the Pulse Podcast Network.